Meet the Expert, a knowledge-sharing initiative of your knowledge partner, the Developing Bangladesh. We discuss on trade, investment, commerce, education, skills, economic development, global peace and prosperity, etc. issues. If you are interested to these issues, please subscribe to the channel. Developing Bangladesh, your knowledge partner, please subscribe now.
Anything in reciprocation. So how would you like to define it?
See, you have brought me to this show because you know I'm a security expert. I was the head of the border guarding force between India and Myanmar. So I will talk like a security person, right? If you were to bring an economic expert, he would probably give you another story. Right. But as a security expert, India has great concerns because it concerns actually 5 countries. You see, India and Bangladesh are just 2 of us. There are 3 more countries here. There is Nepal, there is Bhutan, and on the other side, there is China. You are aware of our relationship with China. You are aware that in the past, China has helped our insurgent groups create mayhem in India. You are aware that Myanmar, not officially, but certain groups in Myanmar have also been operating in India to create mayhem. You're also aware that under the previous government, your previous government, when things weren't good, a large number of Indian insurgent groups were staying in Bangladesh. So these are concerns, my dear friend, which will take some time to go away. I can only request the people of Bangladesh and to be patient with us while we are able to get this equipment. India does not manufacture any one of these scanners. I know because I bought one of these scanners to be placed along the Indo-Myanmar border from my funds as a border guarding force. And it is extremely costly. And we had to import it. So let us try and indigenize its production, indigenize its making. And then you will find that we will be able to, once we set our security protocols in place, there will be no problem, I assure you. The Bibin corridor will work and it will work very well.
So actually, from these comments, I can remember one thing. BBIN corridor is already signed. Protocol has been signed. It is implemented. Second one is India allowed Bangladesh to reach Bhutan and Nepal. But one technical problem, that is non-tariff as well as non-government problem is there. When Bangladeshi importers want to import limestone from Bhutan, then the territory, Indian territory, which has to be crossed, the private sector bus owners, truck owners, the vehicle owners, they don't allow it. They create some, criminal offense because government allowed it, but they are restricting it. No buses from Bhutan can be reached to Bangladesh without our buses. But government don't say this. Government allowed to enter Bangladeshi trucks over to Bhutan or Bhutanese trucks to Bangladesh. But the private sector truck owners, they are not allowing it. So this sort of non-political, non-governmental issues could be easily removed if government just sit with them, discuss with them. So how would you like to say this sort of non-governmental issues? How can we solve it?
Some of the issues are when you deal with people and you're a democracy, these things take a long time to convince local people. In the places where you're talking about, there are a number of small communities who are extremely insecure, culturally different, and feel that any movement across their place will create a problem for them. I know because as the chairman of the ceasefire monitoring group, subsequently after retirement from the army, I was in Nagaland. I know how the insurgent groups feel, how insecure they are, and how the people and communities feel. That's the most important thing. So in a democracy, we take time. Uh, we are not China that takes a decision and enforces it. In a democracy, everything is discussed, then discussed again, then discussed again. So I deeply apologize that it takes so much time, but we are a democracy, and I think it is better that we remain a democracy rather than we push people, because there'll only be a problem with this.
So, sir, do you think that the general people, mass people from both sides are more cordial, more hospital? I mean, they are more emotionally attached, family attachment, bondage, everything is there. Why the political leaders and bureaucrats are not realizing this sentiment?
Politics, you see, I'm a military man. It is difficult for a military man to talk about political leaders. We have kept our noses out of all political affairs in India. We are not the Pakistan army. So I would request you once again that if you ask a military man such a question, there is very little that he can answer. Okay? But from my side, yes, we are committed to the better relationship between India and Bangladesh. We want India and Bangladesh to become closer. Economically, the northeastern states being interlinked through Bangladesh or with Bangladesh makes a great amount of economic sense. And I will fully support it wherever I could.
Sir, actually, I had opportunity to visit India many times. Last visit was in May 2022. I mean, in last May, before 3 or 4.
Just a couple of months back.
A couple of months back. And I had opportunity to stay over there more than 1 week, meet with several stakeholders. Indian Chamber of Commerce, Calcutta Chamber of Commerce, Bengal Chamber of Commerce, India Bangladesh Business Council, and lots of businessmen over there. I'm just astonished how touchy their stories are. I visited East Bengal Football Club, where one of my forefathers he played in 1932. So
wonderful.
I was just emotionally attached with all these stories and visiting all these memorable sites. And the hospitality of Calcutta people, while I was returning, at least 25 to 30 kg extra weight I had to pay with gifts. Nothing such pricey or costly, but their willingness to provide something. 30 kg I have to pay extra load.
Just shows
these gifts.
Just shows that at the heart we are two people who love each other.
So we love each other. The general people love each other. Our bondage among our forefathers. I met at least 100 family, those who just migrated from this land. I mean, from Bangladesh. They migrated maybe in 1947, even 1971, during those two periods mainly. So their forefathers were from this land. And also, as I mentioned, one of my forefather, he played in East Bengal Football Club in 1932. So I have a root over there. So these two general people are very much sentimental. If our political leader or bureaucrats or policymakers, even military bureaucrats, if they can just not allowing us free movement, but can ease a little bit the stringent rule, then do you think both the nation can complement with each other and progress further?
Of course, there's no doubt about it. But security protocols are important. It'll keep both our countries safe. And that's why, as the Director General of a border guarding force, I always advised my government that security protocols must be put into place. We need the equipment, we need the people there, and we need to ensure that these protocols are followed. So once again, I must say the same thing. that I agree with you entirely, completely. But both the countries and both our border guarding forces must take the lead in ensuring that we follow similar protocols, and so that the system of trusting each other becomes much better.
Sir, I had an opportunity to meet with several ministerial level or secretary level people, and we found out if 2 or 3 roads can be widened, that road, now these roads are narrower, therefore trucks are gathering over there, and as you started with the comments that trucks have to wait for 6 days to be unloaded or reloaded. So if we can make sure that these roads are widened, then trade between India and Bangladesh can be improved.
I agree.
Not only this, come to the northeastern point of view, the people in northeastern region, they are hungry for few Bangladeshi products. At the same time, Bangladeshi people are also fighting to import some indigenous product from northeastern region. Only thing is some non-tariff barrier between both the countries. Do you think if government, they don't need to help just to remove this non-tariff barrier, then trade between northeastern region and Bangladesh will be improved manifold? So why they are not doing so?
See, once again, I must tell you that, like we've done with Myanmar, we have a 16-kilometer free move regime. That means people with headloads only can move from one country to the other to carry out trade between the communities. Okay. We have tried this out in various places. It's been successful. But once again, as a security head of a force that was guarding the border, we found that this was being misused by the insurgent groups and the smugglers.
Developing Bangladesh, your knowledge partner. We take care of trade and investment, education and skills, economic diplomacy and economic development. If you would like to keep you updated on these issues, please subscribe to Developing Bangladesh. Thank you very much for watching till the last.